crypto, the notion that SEC Chairman Gary Gensler is quitting has swept Twitter. John Deaton, an attorney who is in favor of XRP, unpredictably, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, has asked a federal court to allow senior SEC attorney Pascal Guerrier to withdraw from the litigation against Ripple and XRP. The senior attorney has since formally recused themselves from the case, further clouding the future of the trial. The SEC's legal strategy against Ripple included significant contributions from Pascal Guerrier, a prominent figure known for her expertise in securities law. There's widespread conjecture as to the cause of her abrupt departure because no explanation has been given. First, the SEC's internal disagreements over how to proceed against Ripple and XRP may have contributed to Guerrier's departure. Given her high rank in the agency, it's possible that her departure has more to do with underlying problems with the SEC's approach to the case than meets the eye. Second, the legal system may experience delays as a result of this new information. Changes in legal representation often cause delays because it takes time for the new team to learn the relevant details of the case. Third, some in the cryptocurrency industry see this as good news for Ripple and XRP. There's been speculation that the SEC is having trouble proving its case against the digital asset, despite the fact that it is difficult to predict legal outcomes based solely on changes in legal team. With the SEC's decision to dismiss Pascal Guerrier from the Ripple lawsuit, an already convoluted and closely watched legal battle has taken yet another unexpected turn. As the case progresses, everyone will be watching to see how this change affects Ripple and the future of XRP. Fox Business's Eleanor Terrett tweeted a link to a document that revealed a significant SEC development. The Commission has notified the judges of the acceptable and unacceptable court appearance dates for the second quarter of 2024. The legal teams for Ripple's CEO Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder Chris Larson have informed the presiding judge that their clients will be unavailable from April 1 to April 14, 2024. Since that time, the trial for the legal dispute has been pushed back to 20 April 2024. Both Ripple Labs and the SEC have agreed to begin formal litigation in the second quarter of 2024. The SEC has detailed specific participation requirements, despite the fact that the company has presented a flexible calendar and offered to participate in proceedings at any point within the timeframe. Ripple and the SEC both confirmed their intent to move forward with the appeals in formal letters sent to Judge Annalisa Torres of the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York in the second quarter of 2024. This most recent correspondence was necessitated by the court granting the SEC's request for an interlocutory appeal in the ongoing case against Ripple on August 17. This followed the ruling from July 13 that gave each side some success in the case. It has been reported that the absence of Ripple's top executives coincides with the anticipated Bitcoin halving, a major event in the cryptocurrency industry. On or around these dates, the Bitcoin network's mining rewards will decrease. The majority of market observers expected Ripple to triumph the SEC. It's over now, thank God. Brad Garlinghouse, EO of Ripple Labs, was joined in celebration by the XRP community on the X platform. He explained how crucial it was for the firm to prevail and how challenging it had been thus far. It's time to rejoice, says Keogh. Even if a protracted legal struggle has sapped all the allure of the native coin XRP. Today, the whole cryptocurrency industry, not just Ripple or XRP, earned a significant victory. Other digital assets, including as Cardano, Solana, Polygon, and ETH, are preparing for similar legal confrontations as the limelight turns. The celebration is more than just a show of support for Ripple Labs. It's also an opportunity to reflect on the future implications of the company's recent judicial victory. Legal precedent was established when a judge sided with Ripple in its argument that XRP is not a securities. This has taken place at a pivotal point in the industry's development. This demonstrates the need of well-defined guidelines for the development of the crypto sector. John Deaton shared his opinion. On September 29th, participants will converge in New York City for an event that will highlight the true strength of people and creative enterprises behind in defining the future of blockchain. This occurs when mainstream banks and investors become more interested in blockchain and cryptocurrency. Following Ripple's recent success with the SEC, cryptocurrency markets began to jig. The market as a whole is benefiting since the majority of currencies close the day higher. The party honoring Ripple Labs' court success is more than simply a symbolic gathering. It's also a chance to consider the larger consequences of that victory. Ripple's claim that XRP is not a security was upheld by the court, which may have far-reaching implications for how cryptocurrencies are regulated. The timing of this party is especially significant since it occurs at a turning point in the history of the sector. Traditional financial institutions, governments, and investors are all starting to take an interest in cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology. The achievements of Ripple Labs demonstrate the need of seeking regulatory clarification for the further development of the cryptocurrency industry. The expectation and energy at the victory celebration in New York City is through the roof. In addition to the celebrations, this event will serve as a reminder of the revolutionary potential of the committed people and leading enterprises that are paving the way for the future of blockchain technology. In a recent appearance at the first ONCDC Live Blockchain Industry Conference in Texas, John Deaton, the attorney representing over 75,000 XRP holders in the ongoing legal battle between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, offered some noteworthy insights. Deaton's speech elucidated the concept of qualified immunity, an important legal aspect that could call the SEC's actions into question. Officials in the government, including those at the SEC, are protected from personal liability when carrying out their official duties thanks to qualified immunity. Deaton stressed that this immunity is a major roadblock to holding regulators accountable for their actions. Deaton referenced the Bernard Madoff case, in which investors sued the SEC for inaction in the face of repeated warnings about Madoff's infamous Ponzi scheme. Regrettably, the judge dismissed the case, highlighting the difficulty in holding the SEC accountable. Deaton explained where things stand with the Ripple case's appeals process. The timeline can get very drawn out if a full appeal is filed while an interlocutory appeal is being considered. Deaton, considering his options, considered the possibility of SEC witnesses or even mediation. The SEC's position on the security status of various cryptocurrencies may influence the settlement, making the latter option more or less likely depending on the outcome of the Coinbase case. The SEC may have to wait until late 2020 for the Second Circuit to hear its full appeal after Deaton's prediction that Judge Annalisa Torres will deny the interlocutory appeal. The legal complexities of Ripple's fight against the SEC were revealed by John Deaton's remarks at the ONCDC Live Conference. An important barrier to holding the SEC and its officials accountable is the concept of qualified immunity. The Coinbase case is currently in the appeals process, and its outcome will have a significant impact on the future course of any potential settlement. In spite of the ongoing legal proceedings, the Ripple community, led by John Deaton, has maintained its unwavering support for the company. Many new things are happening in the digital asset ecosystem, such as partnerships, technological advances, and collaborations, all of which are fueled by the search for clarity and regulatory certainty. These initiatives highlight Ripple's perseverance and dedication to reshaping the global payments and remittances industries. Man resides at home with his paralyzed spouse. After a year of not seeing her, I ran into her at a high